All right, man, we live at the lab, man. Y'all already know, man. We here talking with my boy Evie, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Tell y'all who he is. Tell a little bit about him. Go ahead.
It's EV100, man. I was, born and raised, bred in Syracuse, New York. You know what I'm saying? That's where I come from, the bricks to be specific. So, you know what I'm saying?
All right. So we're gonna just touch on a little bit of your early childhood, like how you even get to the bricks.
Well, from being young, my family already being in that area. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of it started off as kind of like going to youth centers and shit like that. Migrating pretty much where you were from, where you were around.
So you just because from my understanding, like before you was over there. You was Southwest Center, baby. Yeah. All that there, yeah.
That's like where everybody kind of comes
from. Yeah. Like everybody Southwest Center.
That was like the headquarters of everything where everybody kind of because you got people from the east side that
You
got people from over here that everybody play ball.
So, for people that don't know, the Southwest Center is a community center in Syracuse, New York. I even came up here when I was a little dude. I was 8 years old. The barbershop used to be over there on Tallman. I went to Southwest Center. Yeah. I used to get jumped over there all the time, too. I was from Florida. You know what I'm saying? That's how that go. Because everybody at the Southwest Center related. So if you come over there, you ain't got no cousins. It's going to be a rough little time for you over there. So, man, shout out to the Southwest Center, Ed and all them. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. A lot of people that's Gladiator School right there for the little kids, though, for real. Yeah, I agree. So you say, so just tell me a little bit how your childhood was growing up in Syracuse as a youngin'.
I mean, it was dope because I was running around, I was in the sports, I was in the streets, I was around girls. I was a little popular nigga back then, so
all right.
It was cool, man. Everything was cool until shit got real.
Yeah, when I used to come here as a little nigga, Syracuse was really lit though. You had buttons, we had a lot of fun stuff to do around here. Yeah, there's a lot of shit to do around here in Syracuse. So now, how did you get into the rapping thing? Because I heard that you started that kind of early in your life.
I mean, everybody kind of like rap and did things like that. But as far as like trying to make songs and take it serious, I ain't started that till I really went to jail.
Yeah. So now, you said you talk about jail. Everybody know what's going on. You had a little thing what you went through with family members and all that. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that and how that came about and how you ended up catching your charge.
As far as like with the Rico case?
Yeah.
So they came and grabbed my neighborhood, the bricks. They grabbed I think 13 of us, to start with. You know what I'm saying? They grabbed us for shit. And I was specifically one of the niggas that was charged with the murder. You know what I'm saying? And when everything unraveled and unveiled, they kind of find out the person that was on the statement, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it changed a lot of shit with, family, with, a lot of ties, and I just don't feel like nothing was ever the same after that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where it's at with that.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand like things you go through with family, man. Yeah. And especially when we was young, everything was so good when you was young.
That's a fact.
Before money started, you know what I'm saying? Before this started, when you know what I'm saying? When we was young, everything was so good, and then once you get a little older, some things sometimes you can't forgive people for, and that sometimes can sometimes it can break up a family. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And I know in your lyrics you was talking about how you and your aunties used to be close, and you know what I'm saying, when things transpired, it's just not like that no more, and that kind of, you know what I'm saying, make you feel some type of way.
Yeah, dude, and it's like it ain't nothing like I'm childhood memories. That was like my favorite. That was my dog.
Yeah.
Up, so this situation between what transpired. It broke it up in a sense, like what I'm saying. It was animosity. It was like hurt. It was pain involved. A lot of shit involved. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just anger, like how people made it seem like it was. It was a lot more than that. You feel me? So with that came separation, and we kind of just start going our own way. So that's when I say that. That's when I felt.
So we just have to cover this stuff like this because there's people that's going to be watching this but don't know the situation. So briefly go into a little bit of details of what you feel comfortable with sharing, so we can just let the audience know about the situation you're talking about.
I mean, it's public records. It ain't nothing like, you know what I'm saying? But basically, I was charged with a homicide. I had somebody pointing the finger at me. you know, when everything came unveiled with Discovery and all that, and I come to find out it was a family member. And you know, that's when I kind of say, you know, a lot of those situations I hate them songs like Dear Cuz or you know the what ifs,
yeah.
you know, stuff like that. Like these type of situations transpired from that, or you know, at least my mindset.
Yeah.
And making it so that you know that's really what it was.
So a lot of music though, it comes from real life situations.
Yeah.
And the last couple of songs that you made was really felt by the whole community because it was a lot of people's lives impacted with some of the lyrics that you had, with what you said in the song.
Yeah.
Do you have any lyrics from either song what you feel like people don't all the way understand, what you want to explain?
I mean, I feel like it's a lot that it may go over people's heads sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because some people still be like, "Yo, but what you mean by that?" Or I may say something to them like, "You know, what you think I meant by that?" And they like, "What did you mean?" And then I explain it. They're like, "Damn." So it's always a lot what I say. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it is personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm one of them people that wear my heart on my sleeve with it.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of come across like that.
But listen, we want to know one of them lines what you talk about, what went over people's heads, so maybe we can clear something up for the people who heard it, what may not understand it.
All right, so maybe I like as far as starting the What If song off, I say, what if Mega went to length? What if Kite showed strength? What if Rollo never switches? Stay fucking with the 10.
Yeah. Man. Now I spent a lot of time Rollo because he used to be at the barbershop all the time. Yeah. Real smooth nigga though, real nigga though. Fuck with Rollo for real. R.I.P. him.
And he, like another one more thing, like a lot of people will be taking it like it's not shots. It's like these is actual, you know, events that transpired in my life that I seen, that I've been a part of, that I witnessed, that you know what I'm saying, I've been around. Yeah. So it's just me like reminiscent. Like when I say that or say somebody's name, it don't necessarily mean I'm trying to play them or even so like. You did what you did anyway. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think, and again, I'm from the outside looking in, even though I've been around this for a long time. I still wasn't born and raised around here. But from the outside looking in, I ain't never heard of a rapper would say so much about the whole city of Syracuse and get the love. So, you know what I'm saying? I always say when it's real, it's real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like nothing that you said, I don't feel like nobody took it with like you was trying to style on somebody or anything that.
At least part two. One was kind of more.
One you was a little more childish.
Right? I wouldn't say childish.
Yeah,
I was a little bit
younger. So
I was a little bit more like unapologetic. I'll say that. Because I came home.
You was more controversial. This time you came home, you on like some. It's like more uplifting. Like people hear it.
Yeah, I grew up.
You grew up.
I grew up.
You can hear it though. You can hear the growth.
Yeah. That's the main thing for me. I want people to understand that. Like, this is all about music now. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you see me, I came home. It's the first time you see me, the first night out. I'm with the baby engineer. You know, Honcho, shout out to Honcho. We back at it. That's how What If got created.
Yeah.
And then we was back on it. So, and I ain't letting up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting up at all.
You dropping them. And that What If, we're gonna talk about that What If some more though. But that What If was a very big record, especially in the city of Syracuse, man. And I don't personally seen people what told me I cried, like real niggas, like real thug gangster niggas, like, yo, bro, I cried when I heard this shit. How did that make you feel when a person that walk up and tell you, yo, I cried a song that you made?
So listen, I was actually, and this is true, so I was in the mall when I came up here, like after the song and everything, and I was in the store, and I remember a woman, she was behind me in line. And she was kind of staring at me in a sense, not I'm just trying to recognize, like, you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Hey, you the guy, you that got the song?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." And she like, "Well, Kizza was my nephew, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I want to say I appreciate that, like stuff like that, like people that come up to me and recognize me, you know what I'm saying, and understand, like, you know what I'm saying. I made them think of that time in their life, you know what I'm saying. So that, and like you said, I get a lot of messages like." The actual street niggas, hit me and like shed tears, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bro, you go back, when you go back to something you're familiar with, or you miss, like, it feel good,
especially when you're talking about family members and all
exactly,
that.
So that was my thing to come across in this one, you know what I'm saying. I think it resonated how I wanted it to.
Yeah, I for sure, I know it was a hit because it's just so real, and people would live in it or live through it. Even the thing when you was talking about Bobby at the end, Like you gotta be around to know what you really talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's another one of the ones. You gotta be around to know, like, yo, this, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, so we know you had a hit with the What If, and we know you got a whole documentary and everything about the What If, and you're gonna explain what every bar for bar.
Yeah, actually, the episode 2 coming out tomorrow.
All right. So make sure y'all go check that out.